Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is Coffee with Sauerkraut. And today I have some special guests with us. We have, as you've seen on our Facebook page, the mother that went to defend her child from a, well, for lack of a better word, well, no, for the best word to describe him, a creep. Talking to her, talking down to her, and swearing at a 16-year-old child. We have the mother here, Elizabeth, and the daughter, Hailey. Hey, girls, how's it going?
Hello.
Good. Hi.
Good, good. So let's talk a little bit about what brought you guys here and how you ended up coming here. So, Hailey, you work for the horse carriage rides in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what is your job there?
Well, I'm a footman, so I take care of the horses when they're down in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Right.
I give them water, I change their diaper bags, I make sure to sanitize everything and deal with the customers.
Yes. Now, diaper bags, just so that everybody's aware, it's not like the horses are actually wearing a diaper, right?
No, it's just behind their tail. And
Right.
just keep,
So it catches the plop. Okay. It captures the horse caca. There we go. So you're not actually physically putting a Velcro diaper on these horses or anything like that. No, because that would be ridiculous. Okay. So you get to clean that and take care of the horses, make sure that they're well taken care of.
Yeah.
You give them water. And how long have you been doing that for?
I've been doing it for just over a year now. July 4th was like my year mark.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
and that's when this happened too.
Yes.
Look at that. Happy anniversary. Yes. So, this happened on July 4th, as some of you know, and this just actually hit the news just recently. And I'm just going to pull something up here on my phone. So I do apologize. And we have some moderators here today in the chat. So if anything gets unruly or anything like that, guys, you have full permission for bans. And we're not going to screw around with bans today. We're just going to do lifetime ban. No 1 week or 1 day or 1 hour. It will be a lifetime ban if anybody is screwing around. So please just make sure that you are on your best behavior and we are respectful because we do have a minor in here today. Now, I will warn you that some of the stuff that we will be playing is raw, unedited footage, and I am not going to blurt out the swear words. You guys will get the full effect of what Hailey had to deal with. So this is actually Hailey's video. Give me 1 second to pull it up here because we're going to use her video because we don't want these other guys to say that I stole their stuff and then copyright our stuff because, well, unlike them, we can actually have ours monetized. So we're going to make sure that we don't lose the copyright here. But this is what this creep said. You're going to miss probably about the first 10, 20 seconds of it. It took you to press record. But take a listen.
What changed? Because the heat didn't. Still the same temperature. So how come you dragged your slaves back out into the heat? How come you didn't take them back to the farm? I'll tell you why. Because the money's too fucking good. You gotta operate to get your slave money. Stop horse slavery. Ban horse carriages. I will talk as much as I want.
What exactly is this guy talking about? Okay, so the horse carriages, as you know, in Niagara-on-the-Lake, you could go for a ride, a tour of the town. They take you through the old town, and this guy is standing there saying that they're enslaving these horses. Then he goes on to say, why? Okay, because the day before you guys took the horses off the roads, correct? Yeah. Okay, so July 3rd, it was hot. They decided as a company that they weren't going to let the horses out to do the tours. And then this day, he determined that himself, not a meteorologist by any means, but he determined himself that there wasn't much of a difference between the temperature. So he felt that he had the need to be out there to talk and protest. And he does this quite often. And then he said that they're enslaved, this is slave money. And then, of course, uses explicit language to Hailey, who is 16 years old, standing by herself, waiting for the carriage to return. So he waited until the carriage left before he even came up and approached her. Now, Hailey, when you're in uniform too, you do look a lot younger than what you are as well. So you can tell that you are not of age. And this is something that I would seriously suggest that this guy needs to be evaluated, because he's just crazy. It is crazy stuff that happened. So Hailey sent that message to you. Is that correct, Elizabeth?
Correct.
She sent you that video.
Yes.
And what did you think when you saw that?
I was livid the
Right.
second I seen it. I was so upset. I couldn't get there fast enough.
Right. And what time did she send you this?
She had sent it to me around 4:00
Okay.
in the afternoon. Yeah.
So about the time that the day is winding down anyways.
Yes.
And so she was making sure that was sent to you so that you knew. She was, you were coming to pick her up anyways, correct?
Yes, I was picking her up that day from work.
Okay.
I was leaving at 4:00. So it just so happened that she messaged me at the same time that I was leaving work.
Right.
And I went down there right away. Not thinking, I just started speaking to him immediately, telling him to leave my daughter alone. Because in the past, I've seen things posted. If we ever take photos of your children or anything, please let us know and we can remove it. So
Yes.
I asked him to not take photos of my child, and he just stands there and stares at me blankly. And yeah.
Yeah, so they have on their website, or not on their website, but their Facebook page, they have a link there that says, if we have recorded your child and you ask us, we will do everything we can to edit it out so that your child is not put into the video. However, these guys put your child into the video. He then goes on to say that we're not obligated to, but we will if
Yes.
you ask us. But he still ended up putting your child into the video. So,
Yep.
excuse me. I just want to get, I'm not very good at multitasking, as my listeners know. I'm just trying to pull up a clip from the when you came on scene and what you did. So first off, they have you on a couple of different videos. There's exposing Karen, and then there's this vegan girl that's going off on
Oh,
stuff.
yes, she's lovely, isn't she?
Yes. So she's talking, and then first off, even if this was a Karen move that they have described you as, I'm going to go out there just to say that this is not the worst Karen thing I've ever seen. Just to let you know, and it's not a Karen move. I'm just telling you that. But if it was, and Karen, for those of you that don't know, is a derogatory term used to describe a woman who speaks her mind and tries to talk to the manager. But you weren't trying to talk to their manager, were you?
Not necessarily. I think maybe he is the manager.
Yeah, I mean they don't have. They're protesters.
No,
it's not
yeah.
like it's a job, right?
Exactly.
So he's responsible for his own speaking, stuff like that. I'm just trying to pull up the video. Sorry. It's going to take me a second.
I brought it to his attention because he was the one filming my child. He was the one speaking to her. He was the one praying on her when she was alone. So that's why I brought it to his attention. I didn't bring it to the others' attentions because I don't have an issue with them. As long as you're not harassing my child, you won't hear from me.
Yes. So let me back this up to the point where Elizabeth arrives on scene and starts to, let me go back here. I believe this is it here. So
Been
Elizabeth
operating for 30 years, I think.
arrives on scene, blah, blah.
Oh,
Anyways,
I'm going to go
these are
here.
tourists. Okay, here she is.
I can keep talking. I don't care. You need to leave that child alone. Do I make myself scared? Leave her alone. Stop it. You both need to leave her alone. You don't make anybody feel
And
safe.
the one
out
guy
here.
is waving.
Elizabeth
What was that all
Beatty,
about?
service coordinator. I'm just recording her name.
I don't care
Kept
what you
on-
record.
Oh,
You need
yes,
to stop
because
recording this
Jason
child
wanted to
over
speak.
there
Every
and
time
posting
Jason
pictures
wanted
of
to
her on
speak,
your
this guy would put
website.
his
She's
hand up and tell him to stop.
underage. She has done nothing wrong. She's trying to do a job and earn a living so that she can go to school and become a doctor.
Yeah.
You guys are harassing her. You are making her feel unsafe. Do you understand that? Does that bother you? Do you not care that you make somebody feel unsafe? You want these horses to feel safe. What about the people? Why don't you go fight at Marineland for these people, for these animals that shouldn't be in?
Shame!
You shouldn't be
Now,
here.
the people
Go take
saying
care
shame
of
in the
Marineland.
background. Who are
Those
they?
animals need help. They need help. I agree with you guys when it comes to some animals, which are the ones over there that need help and need saving. They shouldn't be in chlorine. They
Okay.
shouldn't be. But these animals are saved from slaughter. These animals are saved and given a good life.
Yep.
Regardless,
So
I
they
don't care
just
what your protest
return the
you're
favor
allowed
to them,
protest.
shouting shame,
I
shame,
just
shame to
ask
them.
that you please leave the child alone. Is that hard for you to do? Yeah, you can keep putting up your hand. Are you scared that he's gonna talk?
Yeah.
Are you scared? Are you his manager? Are you taking care of him?
Well, Adam's not here anymore to keep you in line, is he, Jason?
You both need to stop
So she
harassing
says
that
Adam's not there to
child.
keep them.
You want to harass
So
the
Adam,
guests? You want to fight for what
Adam
you believe
Sturr,
in. You're
correct,
allowed to
is
fight
his-
for what you believe in.
his
I'm not
name?
stopping you from doing that. I just
STIRR.
request that you leave the underage child alone and stop posting photos
That
of her.
horse did not enjoy the
This
trip.
person needs to go to Marineland
very
and
hot.
fight at Marineland. These animals are
Concrete
very
is
well
not
taken
comfortable
care of. They
for
are
a
wearing
horse to walk
shoes.
on.
They are wearing shoes.
It's hard
They
on
are
their
not a
joints
dog.
and feet.
They are not a
They
dog.
didn't ask
They
to
are
do
not
that.
a dog. Nobody asked for you to be here. Go take care of the animals at Marineland. They need help.
All right.
These animals.
So let's pause it there for
Do
the
not
time
need
being.
help.
Oops. So we had they're going by. Now he's saying that that animal did not enjoy that. Talking about people that are returning with the carriage, then saying that that they're enslaved, stuff like that. It keeps on going on and on and on. Some of this guy's comments, though, I don't know if you've seen. There's like debunking offhand.
Yes.
Okay, there's that whole thing, and then there's their locals for carriages too. There's another
Yep.
group that that totally dislikes these guys. But they, some of the comments that they write to those people are absolutely disgusting. They're telling them, you know, to have their well, saying that people have relationships with their intimate relationships with their horses, stuff like this. This is you know, the way that these people talk. And when you're talking to somebody that's illogical, obviously it's something that you can't talk to them just normally. Hey,
No.
would you mind taking that video of my daughter and erasing it? I greatly appreciate it. What do you think he would have said to that?
I think he would have just turned around and walked away.
Yeah, or, you know, flipped you
Or-
the bird and
or
told
told me to-
you off.
Yes,
Right,
absolutely.
because this is the way that he deals with stuff. Because I've seen other videos of him doing the same thing, where he was talking to people getting onto the carriage,
Yes.
and the people were saying, "We're just trying to enjoy our time here. Could you leave us alone?" And then he flips them the bird and tells them to F right off.
Yes.
Stuff like that.
Which, might I add, is not peaceful.
No, you're right. And, you know, you have the right to peaceful protest, but
Absolutely.
as soon as you start using profanity and stuff like that, you've given up your peacefulness.
That's right.
You know, they haven't gone out of their way to destroy buildings or anything like that, but I will tell you this, that it's definitely not a peaceful protest the way that they're doing it. I understand. And the fact that they are trying to So peaceful protests, you would stand there, you would, say your things, you might march around and walk around a little bit, but you're not going to be blocking people trying to jump in front of people and shout in their face. And that's what
Yes.
they were doing to tourists, stuff like that. There's one part of the video, I love it, where a woman comes up to them. Have you seen the whole video?
No, I have not.
Okay, so there's one part where a woman comes up to him and says, "So how much is it to ride the horses?" As if he works for the horses, right?
Oh, I love
And then he starts going on, they're enslaved, blah blah blah, and then she's like, "Oh, so you don't work for the company?" No. And then she's like, "Okay, well, I don't want to talk to you," and then she walks away.
That's
It was
amazing.
great. It was great. Yes. They don't have much support. They have a Facebook channel, like I mentioned, but their Facebook channel or Facebook page rather it's got like 1,000-something followers, but most of those followers are paid for followers because they don't have a very active following with people commenting and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that's how you can tell if they have bot followers or not, right? So their YouTube channel has like hardly anybody. Not that we have much more, but we do have more. Not much more, but but again, you can buy followers on YouTube, and it's one of those things. So a lot of the comments have been in support of you. We've had a couple of comments on our Facebook page. I mentioned first thing this morning. We didn't put the ad out until late last night, because we didn't want to draw too much attention to you guys here. At the end of the day, we wanted you to be able to come into the building, because had they known that you were going to be here, chances are they would be out front, trying to protest and do all sorts of nasty stuff, which after you guys are gone, that's fine.
You gonna fire me too?
No, as soon as I pushed something in, I was trying to get to the video and it says fired. So, but yeah, sorry, I was trying to get back to the video. I accidentally pulled it off, but let's get back. Give me a second. Just because I wanted to get to more of that video. So now this also, I just want to say here, we're adults. Other than Hailey, I know Hailey's age. And I'm going to tell you, I know for sure you've probably heard language like that before. You've probably used language like that before. Don't worry, your mom's not going to get you in trouble, okay? Right? So, yes, it is inappropriate for him to say that to her still, even though she's said this stuff before. It's, what we call mansplaining, right? And that's the thing. He's trying to assert dominance over her and intimidate her is exactly what he was doing. And if you do that in a relationship or anything like that, that would be considered abuse.
Absolutely.
Verbal abuse is still abuse, one way or another.
Yep.
Now, Adam, from what I understand, has a background in policing, if I'm not mistaken. And he should know better than anybody about this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Was it only the two of them that day?
Yes, it was just those two that I seen there that day that I was dealing with.
Right.
We ended up leaving. We called 911.
Okay.
They didn't show up. I called 911 again, and I said, look, I can't sit here and wait for you, because this is going to get escalated. Like, things are getting worse.
Yeah.
We need to leave the scene. So come see me at my house. Basically, I'm not waiting here to be a victim.
Yeah. Now, did they come to your home?
Nope.
No,
they didn't. So then the next day I called.
Right.
Did a follow-up, and they're like, oh, we're so sorry. Someone should be there soon. I called again, and still nothing. And then finally, they couldn't understand what was going on. I said, well, I have his name, I have his address, I have his license plate, I have every information that you need. And they said, oh, we didn't know you had this information. Well, had you come and done the report, you would have had the information.
Right.
And then, so then they ended up sending somebody out. Meanwhile, it is work day. I think it was Tuesday, and they came at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night to take our report. And the police officer, had that been my child,
Yes.
I would have just done my own police report and arrested myself.
Yes. Yeah. No, exactly. And that's the thing. So just to get a little bit of a background here, Elizabeth, you are a single mom, correct?
Yes.
And I don't know how long you've been have you raised her, Haley, by herself since you were, or since she was born?
Pretty much. The last few years, she did have a stepfather
Mhm.
who's an amazing stepfather to her, takes very good care of her. But other than that, I do it on my own for the most part.
Okay. Yeah. So so right now you're doing it on your own. So you have to be mom and dad.
Yes.
So would you describe what you did more of a mama bear instinct, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
You just
definitely.
wanted to
I just wanted to protect my kid and let them know that I'm here and I'm not going to let you speak to her like that.
yeah. And you know what? A lot of my friends on, sorry, I'm just trying to play here. Trying to figure out how I can do something here. I apologize. A lot of my friends on Facebook, when I was brought this to my attention, which wasn't until it wasn't until Wednesday or Thursday. What day did this get to your employers?
Oh gosh, it went to them on the Friday.
Friday, the 7th of August. Yes.
I believe that's correct.
Yes, yeah. And I got this, I think like Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyways, a lot of my friends had posted it on there, and all messages of support, by the way. And a lot of them are probably on here today listening in. And just, I'm getting some messages, like I said right now, I got from Lee, who's another one of our DJs, Mellow Lee. He said to give his best wishes to you guys. There's another guy here. So in our chat, you can make up your own name, or the chat assigns you a name. This guy's got his own name. We have adults. It says Kinkster. Anyways, he says, why is this jerk not being charged with child endangerment or bullying a child or something along those lines? That's not protesting, that's child harassment, which is true.
Absolutely.
This is a part-time job for you. It's a summer job for you, correct?
Yeah.
Do you work on the weekends during the school year or no?
Yeah, on the weekends I will be there.
Okay.
I have been.
Yeah. So there's it is bullying. It is child endangerment. I actually know Kingster, and I know that if somebody talked to one of his kids like that, he would, and his kids are able to defend themselves, but he would still probably do the same thing, and he would probably be in jail himself.
Yeah.
So there's quite a few people. We got, let me see who we have here. Just checking the chat right now and seeing what's going on here. We got another guest that's just commenting right now, so we'll wait to see what she says. But anyways, we got some people commenting anyway, so it's starting to get to, thank you. She's here to support Liz and Haley. Do you know somebody named Jen?
Yes.
Okay, well, Jen's here. Okay. With two N's.
Yes.
There you go. Thanks, Jen, for joining us. Yeah, so we're running on a minute delay here, so they're not going to hear that for another minute, and then they'll probably respond. So yeah. So being a single mom, how does that affect you with raising Haley and being able to be there all the time for her?
Well, it's challenging. I do work normally 2 jobs,
right?
And to be there for her can be challenging at times,
right?
So sometimes if I need to leave work, then I will. Family comes first always.
Yeah.
And my daughter's safety is my main concern.
Okay.
And I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that my child is always safe and happy. And if that means that I have to go down and yell at some protesters and tell them to stop being bullies, then I will. If I have to take the next step, then I will.
Right. Now, also, Haley, obviously, your employer is supporting of you,
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
correct?
Oh yeah.
Is that Jen or?
No,
Okay.
it's Laura.
Okay, Laura. All right. And eventually we'll probably have them come on too. Well, I'm all about supporting local business. That's what we do here. We're a local business, and
Yeah.
we're sponsored by a local business, which is Ontario Fire Prevention Services. We got George, the Englishman. Do you know George?
No.
No? Okay, well, he's giving you support out of Burlington, so thank you, George,
Thank you.
for the support. Jason King hasn't been charged because the Niagara Regional Police don't want to face the charter challenges, which is right, yes, but at the same time, a charter challenge he wouldn't be successful in. Because he breached a charter right. Even though you have the right to free speech, you don't have the right to be screaming obscenities.
Yes.
And that is part of it. It's charter challenge also. Hailey, sorry, I'm not saying she, but because she's here, but Hailey could also bring upon a charter counter challenge because of the fact that it was her being harassed. Harassment is an unalienable right to be free from harassment, regardless of what is said or how it's said. So that's something that's very important to them. So we got somebody else joining. We got Nikki joining. Let's see. This is just people joining into the chat. So lots of people joining into the chat. Thank you guys for joining and giving your support.